Peace, family. Peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. Peace, y'all. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. Can everybody hear me good? Or should I put on... Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Couple announcements. Appreciate it. Couple announcements. All right, yeah, we good? Okay. All right, y'all. Peace and love. Make sure everybody can hear me. All right, everybody hear me? Okay. Beautiful views. Oh, without the mic is better? All right, what about now? How about now? How about now? Somebody put the mic down. Alright, cool, we good. Alright, y'all. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Alright. A couple announcements. Yeah, it's very windy out here. And beautiful Florida. Alright, there's a lot of folks that was getting results. Alright, there's a lot of folks that's getting results. Okay. Alright, I gotta tell y'all something. There was a woman that's been following me since my beginnings. Right? I'm talking about 3.5 years ago. So she's been on this journey for quite some time. Alright. Get back on top. Yeah, it's a little better right here. Yeah, it's a lot of wind. Yeah, that's why I had it plugged in. Alright. Okay, cool. So there's a lot of people that's getting remedy, getting results. So there was a woman that's been following me for like 4 years. So she hasn't been able to get remedy, but she's been building clarity, right? Alright, so she says what she's been able to follow me from this year is what's made her been able to get remedy. So imagine following for 4 years. Now, I'm not saying that's how long it takes, all right, but that's how long it took her. Okay, she finally got to understand. She has finally got results. All right, so when she have time, I'm gonna have her come on here and talk. All right, because I want her to tell her testimony and give y'all exactly what she went through. Okay, because again, y'all, you never want to stop, okay? Never stop, all right? Just because it's hard and it seems difficult, it seems like you're not putting nothing together, all right? Always remember, stay the course. I know that sounds cliche as hell, okay? I know it sounds cliche as hell, but stay the course, okay? Keep studying, keep building your understanding. Do not rush, okay? If you literally don't send nothing out for the next 6 months, that is okay, family. Keep paying your bills how you been paying them. All right, while you build clarity, because there's going to be a point when you're going to have that conversation with the corporation. All right, you're going to have that conversation with the corporation when they're going to ask you, hey, what are you trying to do? What are you doing? All right, and one thing you don't want to do is be hesitant. A lot of us don't really know what we are doing. All right, meaning if your company calls you right now and say, hey, we received some documents, but we don't understand what you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? So we got to be able to articulate. All right, we got to be able to articulate the meaning. I think a lot of times we think it's going to be A, B, C, D. All right, what I mean by that is I think a lot of us think if 100 of us do the same thing, we're going to go through the same questions. And that's not true, family. Like, you got to be ready always. Like, I remember getting a call from the president's office from, what company was this? Capital One. All right, it was like 7:30 at night. All right, I'm in my drawers. I'm not prepared to talk about, you know what I'm saying? But I get the call, I'm like, what's this? Hey, yes, sir, we received all your communications. I'm like, oh, snap, you know, it caught me off guard. Okay, but from that conversation, this was years ago. From that conversation, I was like, yo, I got to be on. All right, because I'm thinking they only gonna call me between 8 and 5. Okay, you know, those are business hours. All right, but I got a call from 7:30 at night from Capital One's president's office, or the department. Okay, and they was asking, hey, we received your communications. We've been hearing your conversation that you've had with our other departments. What you're trying to do is not true. All right, you see what I'm saying? I was in my drawers like, I'm trying to endorse my bill. I want it, you know, I'm like all over the place. I didn't have no strong foundation. Like, y'all have to be ready on Sunday. You got to be ready on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, fresh out your sleep with the slob on your mouth. All right, I'm talking about with the boogers in your nose crust. You get that, brrr, hey, we got you. Hello? Oh, yeah. You got to be able to stand. You got to lock it in. All right, it got to be in you, not on you. A lot of y'all is trying to look like you know what's going on. Sending documentation, yeah, it looks like you know what's going on. All right, but when they call you and ask you, what are you trying to do? Even myself, I used to get, you know, flustered. I used to get frustrated. And as soon as I say something like, I'm trying to do this, they be like, you can't do that. I get mad. I be like, who are you telling me? Who are you telling they can't? You know, I started getting mad because I did not know how to properly articulate that moment. All right, we have to be masters at de-escalating situations. Let me say it again. We got to be masters at de-escalating situations. Meaning, when we're talking to these corporations, all right, when they try to get us here, meaning, oh, you're wrong, you're a sovereign citizen. All right, we cannot get frustrated. I've done it myself, so I understand. It's easier said than done. All right, but when we're on them phones, y'all, if we ever receive a phone call from any department, we got to be cool, calm, collected. Cool, calm, collected. All right, let's role play right quick. All right, let's say I just sent off my endorsed bills. I'm gonna do y'all some role play. So y'all make sure I'm gonna save this live, but make sure y'all get y'all some notes and write this down, because I'm about to like give you the process on how it should flow. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of moments to grab whatever pen you need, pencils. All right, I'm gonna give y'all exactly how the dialogue should go. All right, in a situation, I feel like what I would do. Okay. All right, comment 8 when you're ready. All right, and the scenario is gonna be a situation between. I'm gonna do 2 scenarios. First scenario is gonna be between a situation where you don't have the car yet and you're trying to get a car, or let's just say an account. I'm not even gonna say something specific. Let's say A is trying to get an account and B is a person that's already in the account. All right, how should this conversation look? All right, comment 8 when you're ready. All right, please, a disclaimer. Just because what you about to hear what I'm about to say, that does not mean that you ready to make phone calls, family. Okay? I know a lot of y'all, okay, I'm ready. No, you're not. I'm going to go ahead and bust your bubble now. No, you're not ready. Okay, it took me years to get to having this understanding and articulation. All right, now A, let's go over A. Let's say this person is trying to get into an account. Okay, the very first thing a person needs to understand is having a power of attorney. All right, write that down, family. Right, POA. That's the very first damn step to anything. All right, a POA. Go ahead and comment POA when you have wrote that down. POA. How do I deal with stress management? A whole lot of marijuana. That's how I deal with stress management. A whole lot of. Sometimes I feel like I'm robbing the wilderness with all the weed that's in my lungs. Man, you could build a forest. All right, but yeah, POA. POA is the very first thing that you need to focus on, because a power of attorney, okay, and I've been knowing about power of attorney, I've been using it, but I have never, I wasn't harping on a power of attorney like I should have. I was more focused on my instructions instead of focused on my power of authority. My power of authority, let's all make an analogy. We're going to say the power of authority is the horse. Our instructions is the wagon. Let me say it again. The power of attorney is our horse, and our instructions, our tender of payment, is the wagon. Did I make the power of attorney myself? No, I did not. I went to rocketlawyer.com and I let them folks do it for me. Okay? So we're still on A. This is a person that's trying to get into an account. All right? You need to focus on the power of attorney, because you have to have authority to act on the consumer's behalf. Remember, the consumer is the all caps name or the government name that we have to give. All right? When we're trying to get a car, we're trying to get a house, we're trying to get and move into an apartment, you're trying to get that credit card, you're trying to get those food stamps. All right, whatever it is, you provide a government name. So the government name is the consumer. We have to understand that, y'all. All right, I wasn't going to do a class today, but forget it. Let's go ahead and do a class right here, right now. All right, understanding that the consumer is the government name. All right, the living person, meaning the one person that y'all looking at right now, I'm the living, and I act on my consumer's behalf. All right, so we have to understand there's two people acting on behalf of one. There's the living, and then there's the dead. All right, I operate on behalf of the dead, meaning my all caps name is just simply a name. It's not a living vessel unless I do the obligations on behalf of that dead entity. Now, comment 8 if that makes sense, because I don't want to move forward without that making sense. Comment 8 if that makes sense. Comment 7 if that makes no sense. Comment 7 if that makes no sense. Alright, seems like everybody know. We're still on. For everybody that's coming in, we're doing the scenario. What should articulation look like for a person that's trying to get into an account? Alright, so now let's say I'm going and trying to get into an account. This account could be a car, house. All right, one size fits all once you understand what's going on. All right, so now I need to have a power of authority, okay, between myself, the living, all right, and my government name, which is the consumer, which is the principal. Okay, all right, so I'm saying it again. So when I do a power of attorney, my power of attorney, all right, yes, the IRS doesn't need a power of attorney because they already know who's power of attorney. We're talking about power of attorney is going to the banks, all right, the finance managers, the finance companies. This is not for the IRS. The IRS already has a 2848. all right, that you can fill out. But we're talking about specifically a power of attorney for our accounts that we are doing business with the banks. All right, remember, y'all are listening to me right now, okay? So please remember, everybody has their different way of looking at it. All right, folks, listen to me right now, okay? I understand folks have their way of doing it. Everybody is right, okay? But when you're listening to who's speaking, you have to kind of listen to what they're saying. All right, if not, you might want to leave, because I don't want y'all kind of mixing processes. All right, and that's what happens a lot. So this power of attorney is getting sent to the bank. There needs to be a power of attorney on file with the bank. Now, if it's a apartment, let's say, well, what if it's an apartment? It's my apartment. You need to have this power of attorney with the property managers. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. So we need to have a power of attorney between the living, which is the agent, and a power of attorney between the principal. Now, I ain't said nothing. I'm gonna wait till the video clear up. Let me know when we get back squared away. What about now? We good? All right, we good? All right, cool. All right, so remember, power of attorney. All right, we're still talking about Exhibit A. All right, for everybody that's just coming in, we're doing two examples. How the articulation should look if somebody's trying to get into an account, and how the articulation should look for somebody that's already in an account. This could be a car account, house, apartment, credit card, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's go off A. All right, so A, remember, I'm trying to go get a car. So what do I need to do? All right, I need to find out what kind of car I want. Okay, I'm gonna go get the buyer's order. All right, I'm gonna get that buyer's order. I'm taking that buyer's order home. I'm gonna take the application home if I can. Okay, I'm going to come back with that application with a power of attorney. Now, why is the power of attorney so important? Because remember, it is not my car. It's not my car. We have to stop going there and saying, this is mine. We got to stop sounding like babies. Remember, we're doing business for our principal. That's not your car. That's not your house. That's not your apartment. Okay? It's not yours. Everybody that's just gonna make sure y'all come back, go out and come back in if it's still froze. Come back, go out and come back in. Family, it's not anything, you can't help anything with Instagram, family. I'm on Instagram. It's not. It's Instagram. I guess it's the connection. You know, I got like 2 bars against the wind. I don't know. All right. So y'all, yeah. So make sure y'all go out and come back in. All right. So let's keep going. So remember, the car that you're going to get is not your car. Whose car is it? Whose car is it? Somebody said it's the account's car. Well, who owns the account? It's the principal. Exactly. It's the principal's car. It's the principal's house. All right? Somebody said the bank's car. The hell you talking about, man? Get out of here, man. Ain't no damn bank's car. It's the principal's car. Everything is on the behalf of the principal. It's not the states. It's the principal, family. All right, everybody, I want everybody to comment principal, 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 principal. We got to eradicate this debtor mindset. All right? Your car belongs to the principal. Your house belongs to the principal. Your credit card belongs to the principal. We already have trusts set up. The name of the trust is the name of the principal, which is our estate. Okay? Your car is owned by the principal. You are the mere agent acting through the principal. When you establish that, and when your articulation puts the highlight on the principal and not you, guess what? Now your credit doesn't get ran due to a credit score, because you can't judge my principal. You can't judge me off a credit score if it's not for me. It's for my principal. Okay, exactly. I'm handling all the affairs on behalf of my principal. This is not my principal. I mean, this is not my car, so you cannot hold me liable for income, social, a social score. All right, because again, it's not mine. So why are you holding me liable? Why are you holding me like it's up to me? No, it's my principals. I'm just here on behalf of my principal. When you focus on that and stop going there and saying, this is mine, I need one. They're like, okay, since you need it, what's your credit score? What's your income? You see what I'm saying? All right? We got to act through the principle. That's no different than somebody going to get in their account and putting it in their business name. When they be like, I'm not PG in this. This is going in my business name. Exactly. This is going into your business name. Your government name is a business name. All right? So, if I'm focusing on that, and then I show proof that I have power of authority to act on the principal's behalf, all right, guess what happens if they say, sorry, sir, you can't do that. Sorry, sir, you can't use the principal's interest. Whoa, wait a minute. Yes, I can. I have a power of authority showing that I can handle the principal's affairs. And some of the things that deals with the principal's affairs is the principal's interest. Now, comment 8, if that makes sense. Comment 7, if that sounds like rocket science. Comment 8, if that makes sense. Comment 7 if this is some rocket science. Because this is the foundation to anything, y'all. It don't matter which process you do. All right, I'm here to let y'all know it don't matter which process you do. If you don't have power of authority, and if you don't establish that authority, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. All right, I got 1-7. All right, so for the person that commented 7, so basically, we have to have a power of authority on file to be able to use our principal's interest. The interest comes from the application that we submit when we go enter a contract. So think about a car that you have right now. You have to give them an application. But think about some of the criteria that you put on that application. You put your government name, which is the name of the principal. All right, you added a social, which is associated with the principal, and you signed it. You just didn't put agent, but you signed it giving authorization, and you submitted application for credit. That application was money. So as soon as you gave that to a financial institution, that financial institution then went to their trust banks, all right, securitized that, monetized that security, all right, and the funds was supposed to get brought back to you, all right, in the form of a line of credit. All right, but the simple fact is they came back and said, okay, your first bill will be due on the 1st of next month. We didn't understand when they said payment, it really means performance. So what do? Instead of performing the principal's interest, we go work jobs and go get income and use that to pay bills, which is 100% incorrect. We're supposed to be acting through the principles, because remember, we use the principal when we open that account up. So why aren't we using the principal's interest to pay the account? Think about it. If I was able to use the principal's name to open up the account, why can't I not use the principal's interest to transfer it so the account can be paid? I need a power of authority. I need a power of attorney. That power of attorney is between me and my principal. My principal said, yes, I can operate on its behalf. I said I accept these rights and these obligations to act on this behalf. All right. Now, since I have that authority, I would like to use the principal's interest to transfer to the principal's account for set off, because I'm sick and tired of using income. I'm sick and tired of working to pay bills. I'm sick and tired of doing whatever I do, meaning all these side businesses, these extra streams of income. I'm tired of that money going to bills, actually on accounts in which I could just simply use the principal's interest to pay those accounts. Okay, so I'm forcing my authority through a power of attorney. All right, if I'm trying to enter any account. Now, if they ask me about interest, I'm going to simply, my bad, if they ask me about my income, I'm simply going to let them know, hey, I'm acting on the principal's behalf. Okay, I submitted an application on behalf of the principal. This application is supposed to be for the purpose to be used as a security collateral. Does that make sense? All right, it's not rocket science, fam. We just got to, for those that's like, what? Just slow down your listening. It don't get no simpler than this. Okay, throw out everything that everybody else done told you and just hear what I'm trying to tell you brick by brick. Okay? If they ask me about my income, I'm going to say, well, since this is a consumer credit transaction and I have authority to act on the principal's behalf, I would rather utilize the principal's security collateral in the principal's interest to cover all debts owed to the account. I don't even have to say debts owed to the principal, because I might not even want to confuse them, because that might throw them off and start making them ask me questions like, what do you mean it's owed to the principal? Now I got to give them a whole history lessons on why it's, I might just say, well, I want to use this application as a security collateral to cover all debts owed to the account. Because I know if I pay it to the account, that means it's getting paid to the principal, because it's the principal's account. You see how I can play chess? I know a lot of y'all going to try to go do this tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to work. Okay? All right? So again, I'm enforcing the application because I have power of authority to act through the principal. I didn't give them my nickname. I gave them my principal's name on that application. So since I gave you that principal name on that application, I need to couple that with my power of authority. I can put a cover sheet on that power of authority, let them know, hey, this is simply a power of authority showing that I have authority to act on the principal's behalf moving forward. Yeah, because right now, if you don't have a power of authority with the bank, guess who does have power of authority of your principal's affairs? The bank. Because you gave them application, but you never gave them that power of authority. And for y'all that are sending off power of authorities, after you send it, you need to be calling. After they receive it, you need to be calling and say, hey, did y'all receive that? You need to make that clarification. Hey, did y'all receive my power of attorney? You don't got to tell them what you're trying to do. Excuse me. You just want to let them know, hey, did y'all receive it? Well, I'm not even going to say that there's no debt in this country. I'm not even going to say that's unnecessary for me to say. I'm going to, because I know that they're looking for a debt to be paid. So I'm not going to say there's not a debt, because that's going to make them be like, oh, what do you mean? Can you explain? It's going to make my process longer. I'm going to say there is a debt, and I want to use the principal's interest to cover what all debts owed. Because that is what these accounts are for. Receivables. Okay, so again, if I don't have the account, that's how I'm looking. Again, I'm not going there saying there is no debt, I can't pay a debt. That's unnecessary lingo. Okay, I'm simply going there and say, okay, y'all say there's a debt. Okay, well, I would like to I would like to act on the principal's behalf because I have a power of authority. I want to use the principal's interest to cover all debts owed. Okay, well, you can't go deeper until you understand the basics. All right, like straight up, that's the basics. There is no getting deeper. That's the foundation. That's to get you through the door. That's the articulation. That's the beginning articulation. Because if you don't get that down packed, they're gonna keep asking you the same. Well, sorry, we need a proof of income. Sorry, I need a proof of income. And if a person don't know how to keep saying the same thing, they're gonna get knocked off their square. I would say the same thing. Well, like I said before, I'm not trying to make this a debate or any type of argument, but I'm here to act on my principal's behalf. I have a power of authority showing that I have authority to act on the principal's behalf. My principal needs a car. Okay. I'm here to get this car for my principal. And you're basically impeding on business. You're not allowing me to do my job as agent for my principal. My principal needs this job for personal, family, or for household purposes. Yep. So that's what A looks like. All right, that's the foundation for A. Now, again, you need to understand how bills of exchange work. You need to understand where the principal interest is created from. Which I already said, it's created from the application. The application is a security collateral if you express it to be so. If you just send in the application and you don't tell them that the application is supposed to be used as a security collateral, they're not going to use that application as security collateral. Well, not for your benefit. All right, now that's for somebody that's A, meaning they don't have the account. Now let's talk about somebody that's B. Let's say you're already in the account. All right, you've been paying out of pocket, right? What needs to happen right now, first and foremost, you need to send a power of attorney. Okay? A power of attorney needs to go to the managers, needs to go to the headquarters, the CFO. All right? Somebody said, wouldn't sending a bill of exchange without trust being established, wouldn't it be fraud? Show me where it's fraud at. Because I read Bill of Exchange Act and it didn't say anything about I had to have a trust. It said a corporation. A trust is a corporation. You see what I'm saying? My all caps name is a corporation. All right? My all caps name is a form of a trust. It's only fraud if you don't know how to properly use a bill of exchange. Remember, y'all, don't listen to people. Read it for yourself. If it does not say that, okay, remember, y'all, stop listening to people. If it does not say that in law, do not let these people out here fearmonger you. Okay? People will say a lot of things like, don't do that because if you do it, it's fraud because you don't have that situated. Show me the law that it says that. These people don't never tell y'all where the law says, well, it says right here, if you do this, then it's fraud. It does not say that. You see what I'm saying? All right. So my power of attorney is going to be sent in. All right. Let's say I already have the account. I'm sending a power of attorney first because I have to show them that I have authority to do what I'm about to do next. All right, remember, I'm going to focus on the power of attorney first. I'm not even going to say nothing about no tender of payment. I'm not going to say nothing about no transfer to principal balance. I'm simply going to send off a power of attorney first. And for y'all that's asking questions like, well, who do we send it to? Send it to everybody. Send it to your mama. Send it to your daddy. All right? All right, send it to the bank, send it to the CFO, send it to the CEO, send it to the trustee, send it to the attorney judge, send it to every damn body. When in doubt, send it to everybody. Okay? When in doubt, send it to everybody. But who needs to get it is the CFO property managers. Okay? All right? So after I send that power of attorney, I'm going to give them a couple of days so they receive it. Soon as I check my tracker and it says that they receive it, hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you doing, Cynthia? I just want to check in with y'all. Just want to say I love the business. I just ask a quick question. I sent off a document not too long ago, and I just want to see if y'all was able to receive that. Now, I understand I didn't say anything, so they going to say, well, sir, which document did you send? Well, I sent off a power of attorney for my file. All right, just want to see was y'all able to get that. All right, they're going to put me on the brief hold, get the yes, sir, we received that. Or they're going to say, no, sir, I don't see anything received. All right, and then I'm going to say, okay, well, is there anything a supervisor can check on? It was a very important document. If y'all didn't receive it, do you think I should send it again? Okay? Now, what she might say is, well, we don't see it. I would advise that you send it again. Then I'm going to say, well, can you let me know the address just so this doesn't happen again? She's going to say, yes, sir, I'd be glad to. The address is such and such, such, such and such. All right, and I'm going to send it off again. Now, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to send it off again. All right, I'm going to let her know, hey, I'm going to send this off, and I'm going to call back, all right, just to see if it's on file. All right, I'm going to do the same thing again. Now, next time I call, they should say, yes, we did receive that. That lets me know they received it. Next, I'm going to ask, all right, how long before y'all can process this to my account? Because the biggest thing is I need to have this power of attorney reflecting on my file. I need to have it reflecting on my account. All right, because if I don't have it reflecting on my account, they're going to treat me like a borrower. Does that make sense? They're going to treat me as if I'm the one that's supposed to come out of pocket and pay. So that's why I have to use that power of attorney as my horse. I got to let that lead the way. I got to stand behind that power of attorney. I can't stand in front of that power of attorney. I got to stand behind it. I got to use that as a badge, just like a police officer. If they pull up to a spot, everybody like, who is you? As soon as they pull that badge out, everybody like, oh, snap, that's police. It's the same thing we got to do with this power of attorney. We got to use it as a badge. Hey, I'm power of authority here. Hey, I just want to make sure y'all see that power of attorney on file. Okay, cool. Because next week, I'm about to send off instructions. Now, I know some of y'all probably have sent it all at once. All right, and that's understandable. But what you need to do is solidify that you have power of authority. Okay, that needs to be the focus point. Not you trying to transfer, not you trying to get your money back. Everybody calling and saying, I want all my money back. You haven't proved anything. All right, yeah, this is an account that you already have, that you're already paying on. All right, you need to submit a power of attorney on file. No matter if it's a utility bill, you need to submit a power of attorney and then call the management or call customer service. Hey, I have some questions about my account. I sent off some documents. Just want to see, has it been received? Because I need this document to be added to my records. All right? Plain and simple, y'all. If they tell me I can't appoint myself, I'm going to say I didn't appoint myself. My principal appointed me. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to be ready. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. I didn't appoint myself. Why are we telling them I appointed myself? I didn't appoint myself. My principal appointed me. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a little senile. You got to believe this. All right, y'all not believing it. Y'all are just saying it. Y'all not believing it. You're not believing it that that's not you. I'm not my principal. I didn't appoint myself. Who appoint what? My name is in all caps. And I would say, okay, if you don't believe me, send a letter to the principal and see what they say. You see what I'm saying? No, you can't tell them what you.
That's an easy throwaway. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I've never had that happen to me. Maybe the universe has always been on my side, but I've never had a corporation say I can't appoint myself. I've never had this situation. I've had students come to me and tell me that, all right, and I've told them what I would do in that situation, all right. But if that did happen to me, I'm simply enforcing the fact that no, I did not appoint myself. My principal appointed me. I've been appointed. All right, that's what I'm saying. Well, the real ream, nah, I'm not saying that. Somebody said for the income rebuttal, I would just let them know the bill of exchange says bill is supposed to be paid with interest. So what does income have to do with consumer credit? I mean, you can take it that way. Well, I'm not taking it that way. I'm going to simply say, well, in exchange for showing income, I'm going to utilize the principal's interest, okay, to cover all debts owed. Because I want their mind to get geared to the Federal Reserve Act. I want them to say questions like, whoa, what do you mean? What are you trying to do? And then I'm going to say things like, well, pursuant to the Federal Reserve Act, an application is supposed to be accompanied with a tender of payment. Now, I understand that for me to act on the principal's behalf, I must have power of authority, which you see here. I have power of authority given from the principal to me. I've accepted that authority. And for me to do my authority, all right, I must be able to act on the principal's behalf. Okay, so that's why my income is irrelevant in this situation. All right, and the only thing that matters right now is the principal's interest and the benefit of the principal. Okay, you see how that's it's flowing. It's also not demeaning them. It's not also saying that, hey, you're wrong, shut up. Not saying that's what you're saying, but it kind of saying, well, in exchange, I don't want to do that, but let me show you this option. It's like having that articulation. Because once they hear that, like, oh, okay, you're not just somebody that's just trying to get a free car. You're not sounding like somebody that's saying, I don't have to pay anything. I have unlimited credit. Just imagine being a financial institution and somebody coming in that way. All debts are prepaid. There is no such thing as debts. I get free cars and free houses. You know, I know it's people out there saying, you know, you should get 10 cars and do this. Family, listen. All right, only get what you need, okay? Because what are you going to do when the IRS comes, knock on your door and ask you, why do you have 15 cars? What are you going to tell them? What you going to do when they ask you, why did you get 15 cars, but we see that you sold 10 of them? That is abuse. That is fraud. And you deserve to be locked up. Because you're making it harder for everybody else. All right? This stuff is supposed to be used for personal, family, or household purposes, not for money gains. All right, I had a consultation the other day. Somebody was like, well, I just want a $30 million. I just want my $30 billion for the month. I'm like, what are you going to do with $30 billion? First thing that the man said was, I mean, I don't know. I said, exactly. You don't even know what you want to do with it. That's why they're not going to give it to you. Okay? Like, yeah, that's not acting in good faith. We've learned something. Now you got some folks that's getting a little carried away. All right, I remember I used to think the same thing. I'm like, I'm about to get 15 Rolls Royces, and I'm about to sell them all half price. And I'm like, yo, why? I don't need to even do that. All right. I mean, for a person that loves cars, all right, what are you going to explain to the IRS? Well, I just love that car, so I just kept using the principal's name to just keep getting a bunch of cars. I'm with you. I love cars too. But this stuff is not supposed to be used like that, is what I'm saying. Now, if you got some money I'm just saying don't use your principal's name to just get a bunch of things. Use your principal's name to get what you need, and then use other things to get your greedy wants. Because now they can't hold you. Now you gotta remember, let's say all the money that I get from my classes, I can go buy all the cars I want. And now let's say I go use consumer credit transactions to go get 3 cars. You see? Like meaning I can prove, hey, this has nothing to do with this over here. I can explain that. You just want to be able to explain it because you don't want it to look like greed. You don't want to look like greed. You want to be able to have the reason behind it. There's only 7 days in the week. Imagine having 30 cars on a consumer credit transaction. You know? So you got folks out here that's trying their first swing, trying to get an unlimited credit card. Fam, that's not how it's gonna go. That's not how it works. Okay. And again, I'm just trying not to waste y'all time. There's a lot of people wasting their times with unnecessary goals. I had the consultation, and one guy said he wanted to use this law to go get a bunch of houses and get into real estate with. I'm like, yo, that's not how it's going to go, man. The most you can do with this is be a real estate agent and help each individual buyer and show them how to use their rights. But thinking you're going to use your line of credit to go get a bunch of houses and put people in, that is fraud. That's why they have residual landlords. That's why they have commercial landlords. You can't do this on a personal level. Yeah, if your car flooded, yeah, you have a right to go get another car. That's different. We talking about somebody that got 20 cars. Like right now, I got 5 cars. Like I don't need any more cars. Okay. Now at this point, it's just about want. But as far as needs are already met. Okay, but this live was basically geared, and if you missed the beginning, I'm gonna put this up. Don't worry if you missed it. All right, but you need to understand the power of a POA. Okay, the power of a POA. All right, now what do you do once you establish authority and they still do not abide by what you are instructing them to do? All right, I have a class December 1st. Okay, December 1st, we're going over court process. All right, also arbitration as well. Okay, because it doesn't matter what process you use. It doesn't matter who you're listening to. Every single process ends with litigation if both parties do not come to an agreement. Okay, again, every single process. Imagine if you listen to me, them, her, him. Okay, it doesn't matter. Every single process, all right, ends having to litigate. All right, and I'm having a class December 1st showing you exactly, all right, exactly how to build the case, all right, what to look for in violations, all right, and I'm not here to string y'all along, okay, like not no patty cake baker's man's mumbo jumbo, okay, real information, family, real insight. All right, I'm not here to give you legal advice. I'm here to give you lawful awareness. All right, I'm not here to give you legal advice. I'm here to give you lawful awareness. Link is in my bio. All right, it doesn't matter which process you ever took. If you do not know how to build a court complaint, if you do not know how to initiate arbitration, family, you are wasting your time. If no one has told you that, I'm here to tell you that. All right, because that's like talking to a big fight, but you can't fight. It's like talking a big fight, but you can't fight. Now imagine this. After you've established power of attorney, you've established that you sent them power of attorney. If you've been trying to use the principal's interest, imagine going to court, all right, filing that court complaint correctly, and then having them hitting them with discrimination. All right, hitting them with fraud. Okay, hitting it with defamation. Defamation meaning they're treating you like a borrower, treating you like a beginner when you specifically told them that you have power of attorney to act on the principal's behalf. All right? Open, close. Okay? Now, a lot of people ask, well, why isn't there a lot of case law? Because what bank in their right mind would stand toe to toe with somebody that can articulate themselves in this manner? These banks are not stupid, y'all. Okay, they not. These banks ain't stupid, y'all, at all. Okay, so when they see that you know what's going on, they see your paper, they see your documentation that you filed, that you put on the dock. Okay, they done put their lawyers in front of you. They see that you're not scared of the lawyers. Okay, yeah, yes, that's when the settlements come. That's when those phone calls come. That's when those, hey, let's save us some money. We don't got to go all the way. What is it that you want again? All right, but it has to make sense, family. Okay? All right, it has to make sense. Y'all don't see me with billions and millions from court complaints. Why? All right? Because that's not what I asked for. That ain't what I asked for. Once they say, what is that we can do to cure this defect? I want you to zero out the account. That's what I want you to do. I want that to be the very first thing you do. Okay? I want you to zero out the account because I know nothing can happen unless that happens first. I'm not going to ask for my money back. I'm not about to ask for another car. All right? I ain't about to ask for another house. I'm not about to tell them nothing. I'm about to say, hey, I want you to do what I originally asked you for. Think about it. That's it. I'm not going to mess up my complaint and say, well, I want $50 billion as well. I want an unlimited credit card. Y'all listening to folks that ain't going to get y'all no remedy. Okay? Because y'all having these batteries on y'all backs that's not real. It's fairy tale batteries. I had somebody tell me, well, I know all I got to do is send out my first claim, second claim, third claim, and then sue them. I know now they got to give me a $50 billion line of credit, right? And I'm like, is that how you think it's going to go? It's like, well, yeah, because they violated. I'm like, do you think it's that simple? Well, that's what the law says. Well, what law says they owe you $50 billion? A lot of us make up these numbers with no proof, and that's why a lot of y'all's cases are going to get thrown out for frivolous filings. Where y'all getting these big ass numbers from? Where y'all getting these big ass numbers from? Y'all say, well, I know they're trading them on the secondary market. Okay, that's true, but can you prove that though? Where's your proof? Well, I know they traded. I'm with y'all. I agree. They are trading. Okay, but you have to have proof to bring up that argument. What is your proof? Because after it leaves us from the application, after it leaves us and goes to the corporations, we're kind of in the dark. Where's your proof? Okay, forensic audits is proof. All right, but you got a lot of people saying things that they don't have a forensic audit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say those things without having some type of audit reports, some type of proof to back that up and show proof that, hey, you are in control of the principal that is the owner of those interests that you see. Okay, exactly. You can only prove what you can provide. So a lot of y'all saying, well, I know my house is really worth $10 billion. How do you know that? Because somebody told you? How you know that? You gonna go to court and say that? Let's only talk about what we can prove. Until we can build up to that point and actually can see that number, then we can say it. All right? Because anything outside of that, y'all, is hearsay. All right? And you can't win the case off hearsay. All right, you can't win the case off hearsay. Yeah, you got folks asking for $100 billion. You ask them, what did you get this $100 billion for? I know that they're trading my. Well, you know what? Where's your proof? And they'd be like, well, you know they're stealing our stuff. I'm like, I don't know anything. I know they're stealing my stuff. I got proof. But everything you're saying is happening to you. How do I know you're not lying? Yep, because principal interest never disappears. It's always available. Yeah, exactly. It's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove. We've all seen the movies. It's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove. If you cannot prove that they transferred your instrument and it's worth $100 billion, don't even bring that up. Only prove what you can see. You know that they transferred whatever your application applied for. So at minimum, your application is worth whatever you apply for. At minimum. Now all that maximum, we don't know that yet. Unless you got your audit reports, okay, unless you got unless you got certain audits all right, on that account, then yes. But a lot of y'all don't have that. And y'all are literally regurgitating what somebody else is telling you. Yeah, if you don't have proof, you can't prove it. All right, doesn't matter how jiggy you're getting. If you don't got no proof, none of that stuff matters. All right, don't matter how happy you get, how you ready to jump through the roof. If you ain't got that proof, sit down. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, a lot of folks fall on their face when they get in that courtroom because they really think in their heads that, well, the courts is going to be on my side. They know I said that it's transferred on that side and I can. If you don't have proof, it is hearsay. It doesn't matter how good you feel. Okay? If you can't prove fractional banking, leave it alone. If you can't prove it, leave. A lot of people bring up, well, I know fractional banking is they take this and take. If you can't prove that that's what happened to your account, I wouldn't even bring up fractional banking. I don't even have to take that approach because I'm simply going to say the POA gives me power and authority over the principal's interest. There is a principal's interest. You see what I'm saying? I don't got to bring up no fractional banking. I don't got to bring up they double dipped. All right. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have to bring up that because my argument is going to be specifically, I have power to act on principal's behalf. Somebody said when they split the contract, it's minimum times 2. Where did you read that? No. There is a secondary market. See, look. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, y'all got to hear. All right? Y'all got to hear what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can't prove it, don't bring it up. It is there, but if you can't prove it, all right? If you can't prove it, it is hearsay. I'm trying to save y'all time from going to these courts and saying a bunch of hearsay. I'm just trying to save y'all, man. There's a lot of folks got y'all ready to run through walls. Y'all about to get y'all cases thrown out because it's hearsay. Not saying it's what you're saying is wrong. You have no proof. Exactly. All right. Now, the person that said, ain't it times 2 if they split the contract? Now, why is it times 2? it's times 2 because another party has just been assigned the contract. So if you have a mortgage and your mortgage gets signed to that corporation, that's why it's been split, because multiple corporations have basically got their hands on that contract or been assigned to that contract. So as the investor, that means Bank of America, you. So if my house was $500,000, Bank of America owes my principal $500,000. The secondary lender owes my principal $500,000. The third lender owes my principal. That's why it's separated. Now, how can I prove that? By easily showing that this company is assigned to this contract. That's simple. Y'all know how y'all go to different lenders or different mortgage lenders, and they say, well, you'll be paying us now. I got proof. I got proof that I done paid y'all. I got proof I done paid y'all. I got proof that I paid them. That's the proof that my account has been hit 3 times. Yeah, everything on your credit report. Every single company on your credit report owes your principal interest. So while y'all trying to delete things off your credit report, that's literally interest that's owed to your principal. But you're trying to delete it. They done tricked us to believe once we delete it, our credit score go higher. So we would rather delete our principal's interest to have a higher credit score. So we're literally working against our principal's interest. That's why we are the enemies of the state. That's why the government don't give a damn. That's why banks don't give a damn. That's why you see so many homeless people out here. That's why you see so many starving people out here. That's why you see so many homeless people. Okay? Because we're working against our principal's interests. All right, so that's the message of the day, family. Focus on the power of attorney. You got to work through the power of attorney because that's giving you authority to act on your principal's behalf. Once you have authority to act on your principal's behalf, you can then use the principal's interest to pay the account instead of working and using your own income. Okay? Now, this is the end of class, y'all. Give me an 8, comment 8 if you learned something today. All right, remember, I have a class December 1st going over how to build up a case after everything that we talked about today does not go through. Meaning, after I do my power of attorney and I approve them to have capacity contract and they still treat me like a borrower, I'm going to show you December 1st exactly step by step how to get them out the way. All right, so with that being said, y'all, peace, love. Oh, I almost forgot. All right, I'm having a mentorship in February. All right, it's going to be $1,000 for the whole month. So this will be the lowest mentorship that I've ever had. All right, we're going to meet the whole month of February. It will be $1,000. We've already got 15 people signed up. Link is in my bio if you want that, family. All right, don't wait. All right, don't wait. All right, every mentorship I do is full to capacity. All right, so again, get it in while you got it. All right, a lot of people try to wait till the last minute. Y'all know them holidays coming up, and I know y'all about to spend all your money on all them unnecessary Christmas gifts and holidays, okay? So go ahead and put your money somewhere. Invest, okay? Invest. All right, if I didn't know anything, I'm investing in classes that's going to properly show me how to use interest instead of income. Again, I'm not here to talk about to show you how to get rich quick. I'm not here to do that. All right, I'm here to inform you. All right, give you the proper information that you can use so you can change your lifestyle, so you can get more time to be with your friends, family, and really create and be the inventor that you were sent here to do, y'all. All right, you're not here to work. All right, you're not here to trap. You're not here to have a bunch of multiple streams of income. All right, you're here to create, live life, be happy, and pursue your life, liberty, in pursuit of happiness. All right, so that's what we gonna do, y'all. Peace and love.